that's what's wrong with the world. Everybody feel like they can't accept wisdom. You can't act like see, everybody. The little homies looking at the big homies like they not the big homies no more. And nowadays the big homies messing up by being little homies.
Welcome, my good people. Welcome to the CJ Moneyway Show. And I'm with your host, CJ Moneyway. Let's get it.
What's up? It's your boy CJ Moneyway. I'm on the Moneyway Show with my man's Mr. Mo in the building.
What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's happening?
So, Mr. Mo, man, I know you're promoting a new album. So tell people about your album, man.
Man, a new album called Unfinished Business. Been almost 20 years next year, 2024. Started 2004, my first actual album. So I'm just back to let people know that I just love doing music.
So, with your album, you know what I'm saying? Because, I listened to the first one, heard the second one. I love that intro on that last one. So, let me ask a question. So, what inspired you to start doing music, man? I know we from the same hood. We from the 4-9. So, is it like life experiences that you went through, things that you went through your life, that inspired you to actually start getting into the rap game and start doing hip-hop?
Oh, for sure, because coming from where we come from, you see so much to the point where you got a lot to say. And the only outlet I had was the microphone and music, and that's what I knew. How to get my way out, how to get what I saw out. And now this time I'm bringing nothing but the truth, because that's all it's about now is the truth. So this new album is called Unfinished Business because of that.
Unfinished business because of some things that you wanted to accomplish earlier in albums past, or unfinished business as far as things that's pertaining to your life?
Things that's pertaining to my life. One thing I feel like I never gave them 100% me. So this time around, I'm coming with 100% me.
A lot of times we tend to hold out the important parts of life. You know what I'm saying? So It's kind of things that when we leave certain elements out of our life, then we leaving the people, we leaving our fans, we leaving, our audience in suspense. Because like you say, that's not the real you. That's not the real me. And so people want us to be authentic.
Yeah.
So if I go in front of people, they want to hear, things that's authentic.
Like,
I want to hear the real you. Everything is not cookies and creams all the time, bro.
And that's what I'm on, because like I never gave them like what I really been through. I only give them like good music, like because my brain holds so many thoughts of music. Like I can make a song off so many ways. I can go so many ways with music to the point where I don't have to give my real life. I just make music. I can make happy music. I can do dance music, like real music. But now it's all about like my life. You know what I'm saying? And from my point of view and what I saw in life. So I'm finna give them the real me, and it ain't gonna be all sweet. You're gonna get ready to cry, get ready to laugh, get ready to dance, get ready to party, get ready for a lot of in this music, this new album. That's all I can say, really.
Yeah, because music is one thing that can bring people together. Music is universal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you listen to it in your car. People listen to it at home while they cleaning up the house on a weekend. People listen to it while they at work. You put your buds in or whatever. So music is the thing that it gets people happy, it gets people excited, it gets people moving, it uplifts people. So, is it anything on this new album, Unfinished Business, that's gonna be a uplifting type song? As you were saying, I was talking to you earlier. You was talking about a gospel type feel, gospel type song. So, what's that's all about?
Growth and everything. God and he spared me so many years to the point where I feel like I ain't give him all his props, and I just want to put it in a song of everything I've been through, as far as like, that's probably where I just said get ready to cry, because there's going to be some deep stuff in there to the point where I done seen stuff that I know it couldn't have been my time, because it was designed, I was right in front of it. So if he got me through that, I just want to put it in the music to the point where instead of talking about it, I want to get it out in the song.
On that tip too, talking about God and how he brings us out of certain situations and things of that nature. The Bible tells us that having a form of godliness, but denying the powers thereof. And so a lot of times in life, our spirit man is dormant. And what I mean by that, by being dormant, is that we're not, just like your natural body, gotta eat. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta eat some chicken, or if you're a vegetarian, you eat salads or whatever you eat. Mm-hmm. But you gotta eat some type of nourishment to strengthen your body. Yeah. And so that's the same thing with the word. And so with your spirit, your spirit has to be fed. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? And so what I mean by your spirit has to be fed is that I gotta read this word to feed me. So therefore, now with this unfinished business, you're coming into the knowledge where God has brought me from 49, brought me from 25th Avenue. I've experienced some things in life. I saw some things in life. And now my direction is here. Now I'm seeing God more clearly. And so I just want to know your thoughts on when did you get to the point, or when did you get to that situation where you say, you know what, God, I need you all the more.
Oh, man, my brother passed, man. My brother passed. It took me to a whole avenue where I thought I was never going to come back. Mm. But for him, he found the way to show me that it is a way back. I had my mind on something else. So God telling me to stay humble, stay happy, and stay a loving father. So, because it's so easy to steer the wrong way. And I know my life and the struggle of life, that it's so easy to go down the road that you don't supposed to go down, because if you believe it's a God, you got to believe it's a devil. And the devil play, but God work. And that's real.
Loss is something that a lot of us take different. People grieve different. So when you lose somebody, sometimes it takes you to the point where, just like what you said, it woke me up to a different level of life, because sometimes you can see something and something happen right in front of you, and then you realize, like, man, this is real.
It's real.
Because, like my old man, as we just got through talking about not too long ago, he passed away, the same day your birthday is. Yeah. And, that was a hard loss for me. Yeah. But even though it was a hard loss for me, it was more of a hard loss for my mother. Mm. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And so I lost the father, but she lost the husband.
Dang.
You feel me?
I see what you're saying. That's how I feel about my mama, because I lost a brother, but she lost a son. Mm. And it's like, I watch her every day. I can't never tell her it's going to get better, but I learned that when I make a song for her, it soothed her. Like, if I make a song saying something good about, that's how I put the good in what my brother did in music, instead of taking it to a point where it's all sad. It's taking I just let her know he in a better place, but ain't nothing gonna help that, because I ain't never lost a child. So I really can't, that's kind of a hard pill to swallow for me, but I just watch her every day, try to be a better person. And that's how I feel about this unfinished business. That's why I'm coming out to the point where all that's going into music.
I want to give us, I just lost a partner One of my brothers from church, man, I just lost a partner on the 20th of this month, of November. So I want to give a shout out to my girl Vet, just letting y'all know that I love you, my boy Rolando. But yeah, man, loss, man, it can change you in different directions, man. And cause like we were just talking not too long ago, cause when I lost my grandmother, that hurt. Like I said, I was out at the cemetery probably once a week when I first lost my grandmother, because people take things differently.
Yeah.
But as you were saying, as you was alluding to, one thing that I take from it, is that the things that they saw in you when you was coming up that you didn't see in yourself, now it's like you get to that point like, you know what? I want to make you proud. Yeah. Although you won't be able to see it in the natural, but in the spiritual, I know you watch it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna try to be everything and do everything that you saw in me that I can do. Because the Bible also tells us that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. You feel what I'm saying?
That's real.
And so, like I was saying earlier, we came up from the same block, from 49. I'm a little older than you. So, coming up from where we come from, and I can say that literally, coming up from where we come from, from 49, people in Gary, just like how we know all the projects in Gary, everybody know what 49 is. So, what was that experience coming up on 49? What type of life experiences that propelled you to be the man that you are today, coming from that environment?
Yeah, coming from that environment, man, I saw snakes. It was like, you see so much to the point where I grew up fast. Childhood was basically knowing that it was just crazy because I seen people die in front of me. I just seen a lot, and that's real when I seen that. Yeah,
because like you said, you had snakes, you had haters, you had all type of things, all in the same circle. So it was times where we was beefing with people in our own neighborhoods.
Like crazy. You talking about you beefing with somebody that's around the corner from you. So when you wake up, we see each other at the gas station at the same time. You beefing with somebody in the same neighborhood. It's weird, but it's kind of like letting you know, like, we got to do it for the kids, man. It ain't about, like, that's why this CD right here is going to be about growth. If you heard any of my music before, this album right here, I'm really going deep into for the kids, the growth of Gary, the growth of the world. See, it ain't about just Gary, it's about the world. I want everybody in the world to know it ain't cool to be a hood person or somebody. It ain't nothing to glorify going to jail or killing somebody. It's something to glorify is you save somebody's life. You help somebody. Let's go clean up the neighbor's yard. Let's go clean up the neighborhood. Let's stop messing up the neighborhood and clean up the neighborhood. That's what it's about nowadays. I had to open my own eyes. I was gonna get it twisted. I was the same person, messing up the neighborhood, but now it's like cleaning up the neighborhood. That's where my brain at.
We'll be right back.
Don't miss out on CJ Moneyway's book, Both Eyes Open and Both Eyes Shut. And get ready to pre-order his upcoming release, The Issues of Life, coming soon. Moneyway, aiming to inspire.
Yeah, like you say, that's all about growth and maturity, because we are living in a society where a lot of people it seems like, I'm not saying that they don't, but it seems like they just don't care.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's like y'all going out here robbing folks, carjacking, running into jewelry stores, high-speed chases with the police. I never seen so many men beating on women, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Killing women. Like, back in our day, bro, that's just keep it 100. Back in our day, man, I wasn't beating on no woman. only thing that I was trying to beat on.
Right. Right. some student got to be explained.
Some things ain't gotta be explained.
Nowadays it's so weird how they I had thought about it, kids raising kids and the TV and the internet changing the world, but it's not our fault. It's bigger than us. You know what I'm saying? So if you got somebody that you can put your hands on them and tell them nothing but the real. Don't let them just go astray. Because when he dead and gone, and you at the funeral sad, when you could have helped that brother, it's gonna make you feel bad. And you see him in jail or prison, it's gonna hurt you that you could have helped that person. Nowadays, we got to put our hands on our close ones, because the person that's out there doing bad got a brother, got a cousin, got an auntie, got an uncle. Now it's at the point where we gotta put our hands on them. Like, you don't have to do this. If I gotta help you not do this, how can I help you not do this? Mm-hmm. And that's real, man.
Like you said something about kids raising kids, and so a lot of times it's not necessarily the kids' fault that they out there living the type of lifestyle that they live in. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of times it's our fault. As parents, that the way that we raising them, I don't care if we call ourselves giving them more than what we have, which sometimes can be considered sheltering them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And they're not holding their full responsibilities because we're not holding them to that. Mm-hmm. You know, things are different, and it has been different from generations now. You know, it just didn't start with this generation.
Right.
My parents was a little more lenient to me and my brother than their parents was to them. And I can admit I've been a little more lenient to my children than my parents was. But one thing don't change.
What's that?
And that's principles.
Yeah.
You have to teach your kids morals and values. And as you said, and you have to do that by example.
Yeah.
You have to be an example, bro. Not only to your own children or whatever, but when you walking differently and you start thinking differently and you mature in life, people see that. And so when people see the maturity and they see that something is different about you, they're going to come and inquire what it is. And so when they come and inquire what it is about you that's different, you got to have something in you that's going to be able to help the next man or the next woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't talk to men, which I do talk to men. You know, I try to mentor men, you know. You know from example.
Oh, for sure.
I took you under my wing. Not saying that you wasn't a grown man, but me and you would talk.
Oh, yeah,
You feel what I'm saying? From the moment that we first met each other.
I respect wisdom. Like, that's what's wrong with the world. Everybody feel like they can't accept wisdom. You can't act like, see, everybody, the little homies looking at the big homies like they're not the big homies no more. And nowadays, the big homies messing up by being little homies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If it makes sense. Mm-hmm. If it makes sense, the little homies ain't looking up to the big homies because the big homies ain't really in the level of, they ain't looking like big homies no more. They ain't telling the youth what to do and what not to do. Everything just go.
Well, you know, we can go back to what I just said a few minutes ago. And that's the same thing as parenting. Even when I was coming up, like some of the people that I was hanging out with, they was older than me. But we were doing the same things. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so by us doing the same things, there was no real guidance there. Well, somebody would tell me, well, now, Corey, you know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and do this, man. Hey, when you go out there and you messing around with these women and you doing this, man, hey, strap up, you know. Mm-hmm. But wasn't nobody really there to lead me in a different direction because we was all going in the same direction.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when you all in the same boat, nobody nobody is in the other boat that's going in another direction. Mm-hmm. And so therefore we all going in the same boat and we was living a life that was leading us straight to hell. Mm. Somebody got to get out of that boat.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And not only to get out the boat to save yourself,
to save others.
But to save them that was in the boat with you.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
And it's kind of a point of view that people don't see, that ain't nobody putting their hand down to reach people up no more. It's like, when I get it, I got it. Forget everybody else. We gotta reach out to make sure the next person good.
And I put this on everything I love, bro. On everything I love. The Moneyway Show is a platform where if anybody want to come on the Moneyway Show, get their thoughts, opinions, want to talk about the word, want to talk about life in general, it's a spot. Because just like you just said, if nobody is reaching back for those that's behind us, then where we gonna go?
Dang.
It ain't like I'm finna go on TNT anytime soon. Shaq ain't finna put me on Shaq and the Fool or on his podcast. Kevin Hart ain't finna put me on his podcast. I'm not finna go on Drink Champs no time soon. You know what I'm saying?
Nowadays, we live in a world, they don't want you to be bigger than them.
Well, not even just bigger than them.
That's just a mindset.
This is society.
Yeah.
Society is like this. And it's a hard truth, but it's the truth. If you don't have a name, if you not nobody famous, don't nobody want to hear what you got to say. That's what I'm saying.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? And so, even on these celebrity podcasts, they not bringing nobody on like me and you.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear what Mr. Mo got to say.
And we got bigger stories.
We got just as big a story
than the person
as they talking.
Yep.
You know, I laugh and I joke about it because somebody was telling me not too long ago, like, well, Corey, wow, you did. I'm like, look, I was Drake before Drake. I just didn't have no money. You feel what I'm saying? All this stuff that a lot of these cats be talking about in their music and they did that. Been there, done that with way less money.
Right.
Way less money. But if you're not on that level, then basically what you got to say is really not important.
Right.
But the devil is a lie. Because I do got something to say. And what I got to say is just as important as Lil Weezy or Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Or any of them. I ain't going to say what I want to say. But anyway, any of them dudes. So that's why the Moneyway platform is for people that got something to say. Right. I'm not leaving my people behind. You feel what I'm saying? We gonna go and we gonna move up together. That's just the way that it's gonna be. And that's why I want to put you on, because you my guy, but you know, you doing something. You got an album coming out, you making music. Tell them about your other moves that you doing in life, man.
Oh, man, cutting grass, more cuts, cutting hair. Man, we moving. Hey, whatever you need done, we can get it done. It ain't a job too big. We working on that. So it's like, man, you got to have so many hustles in this life because it's so many. I was taught the best thing somebody told me a long time ago, and he's still alive to this day, and I see him, I tell him the same thing to this day. He said, Mo, you got to have a lot of slashes. I ain't never know what that mean until I recognize, like, every time you look up, you say barber, slash, work at whatever you work at, slash, cutting grass, slash, snow removal, clothing line, like slashes. If you want to make it big, you got to have them type of mindsets in life that you can't say settle. You always got to be doing something. Because as we see, cost of living going up, cost of everything is crazy. So you got to have a hustle. If you got no hustle about you, then you're always going to be always have that struggle about you.
You know, I was talking to, I got a partner that I went to school with, a guy named Mike Moore. He's going to be on the show episode pretty soon. And we got an episode entitled Transition. And I was listening to T.D. Jakes one day. And they was talking, and then I was listening to Keon Henderson, and they was talking about transitioning, you know. And so that's when I sent him the title. I was like, hey, man, that's a good title. Let's talk about this. Because as you were saying, barber slash, you know, mo cut slash, you always got to be doing something. And so even in this, I was talking to a digital company, marketing company. And so he pulled me up on social media, and he was like, man, he said, you everywhere, you know? And so when I started telling him about my plans and, you know, what I'm planning on doing, this and that, he said, man, that's a wonderful thing that you're trying to do. He said, because you got a lot of things that you got going on. Mm-hmm. Because in life, you always transitioning.
Right.
You know, I'm doing this. Okay, so now my mindset on this. But I'm already thinking ahead to do this.
Right.
And inside of that, to do this, it's always transitioning. You always want to build yourself up so that you don't get stuck.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? In one little motion or stuck doing nothing.
Right.
In life.
Right.
And so the more things that you have to think about, the more things that you have to build upon, the busier it get and the sharper it keeps you too.
Right.
You know, because one thing you might think one thing is good for this, but actually it was better for this. But you got the idea from over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was going to implement that over here. But you know what? Now, I think that implementation would be better fit for this. But if I didn't have the mindset to keep on growing, to keep on moving, and then I would put that plan into this plan, and it may not work as effectively. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? And so transition is the key to everything, because once you transition, it opens up multiple avenues.
Right.
And that's just life, man. That's
right.
life. And so, yeah, man, I appreciate you coming on the Moneyway Show, man. Blessing me with your presence, Mr. Mo.
For sure,
Can't wait for the new album to come out. When is it coming out?
Unfinished Business, man. Top of the year, man. The top of the year. So I'm thinking maybe February, March.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But just the date coming out soon, though. The date coming out January.
Tell them where they can follow you at.
You can follow me on Facebook, Gary Niana Mo. Gary Niana, no space, then Mo. Instagram, Mr. Mo _82. And Snapchat, Mr. Mo _82.
Hey, you heard it here first. Unfinished Business by my man, Mr. Mo. Hey, this is the Moneyway Show. This is your host, CJ Moneyway. Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the CJ Moneyway Show. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends. Leave a comment and drop a review. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Friday for more inspiring journeys. Who knows? Your story might be next. Thank you for listening to the CJ Moneyway Show. Don't forget to share this episode with your friends, leave a comment, and drop a review. Be sure to tune in every Tuesday and Friday for more inspiring journeys. Who knows? Your story might be next.